We're live.
The starting off with that? Based, alright. I support it.
Alright, we're no longer live. I was kidding, we are live.
Pulled right out underneath me. Holy shit. We're not live?
We are live. I was joking.
We are live.
It was a joke.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Oatmeal and Chaos, starring Riley as Stellara,
Good morning.
Astrid as our GM, and
Morning.
me. I'm here as Basil. Wah-wah.
Why are you looking at me? I muted my mic so I could respond to my girlfriend.
No. Sorry, that wasn't you. That was to
Okay.
Alex.
Gotcha.
What did I do? I did the same thing I always do.
Yes, you just said "and me" as if everyone knows who you are.
I said
Oh.
Basil. I said that.
Yeah, I definitely heard the back.
you said-
too. Yeah.
You did say "and me" as Basil, but you said
Well,
Riley
everybody
as
knows
Stellara,
I'm Alex.
Astrid
Oh,
as the GM.
yeah, like no one knows your name. Gotcha.
Everybody knows I'm Alex. What's up,
That's
everybody?
Alex.
Just like what everyone knows. Like,
That one.
You joined the stream knowing it already. Oh, rip the music.
Sorry, everybody. We gotta cancel the stream.
Yeah, see y'all next week.
It's been good.
Technical difficulties are fun. Yay.
Every time that crashes, somebody
Here.
has to brew a thing of wine.
Oh my god.
Riley? Riley? Riley, we can't hear you.
I know.
Alright.
What happened last week?
Last week. Let's see. Y'all, you met a knight. Not the Kirby one. He seemed, he seemed a little off, though not quite in the same way that the students from the university were. You followed him to, well, after getting in his way and tripping him, you followed him to a nearby fortress, but you were stopped at the gate by a couple of other knights, or a couple of the guards there, and you decided not to break into the place. You then went back, talked to his mother, got some information about him. You left to go to a cathedral for Lathander, the Morning Lord, where you talked to a grouchy priest to try to convince him to help the students.
God, he sucked.
So may want to change something with that.
What, that he's not a total asshole?
I mean, I'm not gonna promise he's not a total asshole. He was supposed to be an asshole.
He played it well.
You offered the necklace.
Necklace?
Are you still willing to offer that to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since we haven't used it for anything at all.
Are you
That
sure
doesn't
you're
work,
willing
like-
to offer that to him?
Well, now he make me feel like I shouldn't.
Yeah, when you put it that way.
I just want to make sure before I take it away from you.
At one point, someone told us how much that's worth.
I can't remember it all.
I bet our GM remembers. I was making sure it's not like 150 gold or something.
I don't remember.
If you had to make up how much it's worth.
About 1,000 gold, if I recall correctly. Maybe, or was it 2,000?
It may have been a couple of hundred gold.
Oh, damn.
Hmm. So you're willing to let us sell that for a couple hundred gold?
Oh, I guess yeah, I think 100 gold would be more useful.
I mean, would it?
Well, I mean, like, he was gonna accept, like, what, us owing him a favor? Or not, is Basil owing him a favor? Or was it us? I can't remember.
Both of you.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's the question. Would you rather owe him a favor and have a couple of extra 100 gold, or not owe him a favor?
It depends what the favor is. Can the favor be stipulated to cost less than a couple hundred gold?
Well, okay, so do we...
The favor would be redeemed at a future point in time.
I guess Basil would want to know, like, want to get the sense that, like, he can trust that the request asked of him would be reasonable. Like, because you mentioned that, like, it might just be that they need something done, like, in the shadows, like, under the moonlight. Like, not literally, but, like, you know, something a little shadier, but, like, nothing
I mean,
that would go against our moral.
This is a priest of a god. They're not going to have you go around murdering innocent people if that's what you're scared of.
Okay.
But what if they send us on, like, a really, really long quest that takes us, like,
They're like,
weeks?
go to every one of the trees
Yeah.
you like.
Yeah, what if they're like, hey, can you go to this tree on the opposite side of the world? Also, you can't say no.
I mean, wouldn't you guys want to do that?
What if it's not one of the world trees? What if it's just a normal ass tree?
It's like, go to this boring ass tree.
Yeah,
And don't
we just
stop
want you
at
to
the
meet
world
someone
trees.
there. Yeah, you can't stop at the world trees, it'll ruin it.
It's like scrubbed by bunions. Well, okay. Since I grew up with monks and like people of a particular religious persuasion, would anything about this strike me in the wrong way, or like would I be like trepidatious about it? Do you think?
Give me an insight check.
Oh my god.
Five.
Roll a d6 for me. Oh wait, what do you add to insight?
None.
Nothing? Yeah, roll a d6 for me.
3.
You are not sure. This is a very unknown element to you, being someone like your monks they were a collective on your island. This is one person who seems to be in a lot of power in this religious area. Very different kind of dynamic between the people you know and this person.
I mean, just Alara. I mean, not like we're exactly flush with money right now.
Yeah, fair.
I think that we could probably swing doing a favor. Since I mean, they're not bad guys. This is like one of the most
You just
popular
asked a
religions.
lot of us. Like, it could be literally anything.
I just don't. I feel like if I ask him to expand upon what he might ask, he's just gonna piss me off.
So shouldn't we figure that out first? Like, because if he does have...
Well, the gods don't know what you might have to do, and it'll be at a time of which is maybe least convenient for you.
Well, hopefully they'll say it'll be convenient, but
I have a question for you, Father. Let's say we offer our services as like a favor. What would happen if you called upon us for the favor, but we were otherwise obligated to something else at the moment? How does that work?
I have faith that you would not be called upon.
yeah, but like, what if we very much are? Like, what if we're trapped somewhere, like stuck in a cave? It could happen. We're adventurers. Or a hole.
Jazz gotten stuck in a hole for quite a while before.
I just want to make sure we won't just be like.
We don't want to disappoint you,
Yeah.
is all.
We would see what the gods make of it if you relent on your favor.
Okay. Well,
And this favor can be at like any time.
did you have
Yes.
like an estimated time of asking? It was usually like 30 to 90 business days, or
And does it expire, or do I have to like
Does it
if
take a
I don't want to
gift
be on
card?
call for a year?
If you do not like the terms of a favor like this, necklace would be fair compensation otherwise.
It's not that we don't like the terms. We just want to know what they are.
I want to make sure we can best serve you.
I do not know when you would be called upon, nor do I know, nor would it expire.
One other question is, how would we know that it's you guys asking for the favor and not someone acting like one of you guys? Is there like a secret code?
For a favor such as this, you would be bound by a magical contract.
Oh. So there's paperwork, so we can look at the paperwork?
Not paperwork of sorts, but a spell.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, that does make a bit more sense.
And as far as your side of the bargain, what is it that you're promising us for this favor?
I will do what I can to heal these children.
And not that I doubt your abilities in any way, shape, or form. But when you say you'll do what you can, does that mean to the fullest extent of your abilities, time, and energy? Sort of
Apologies,
everything you
yes.
can?
To my fullest extent, I will do what I can to.
Okay. That's good to know. Just one moment. I just want to confer with my companion here.
Yeah.
Stellara, I don't want to come off as greedy, but I think that we could really use that money from the necklace.
I mean, we're gonna get paid pretty well for this job, though, too.
That's true, but remember all those cool things in that store?
There were a lot of cool things in the store. How much is this necklace worth again?
I think it was worth a couple hundred gold.
And how much are we getting paid for this job?
A couple hundred gold.
Wow, that's fair.
I feel like if we give this away, it's sort of reducing the impact of the amount of money that we make by completing this job.
Fair. Also, like, maybe there's another way to heal the kids. Like, we still don't even know, like, do we even know that help stabilizing them will yield any answers? Because if we figure out the secret behind the mask thing, there might be a way to undo it.
That's true, but we don't have any leads. And they're getting sicker.
You do know that they did try to bring in a priest before. It was one. It was a lesser priest than the one before you, and they were unable to do it.
So if we bring in this priest, like, we don't even know they'll be able to do anything, and then we just owe them a favor and not get nothing out of it.
Father, the school did hire a different priest, a lesser-known, lesser-experienced priest than yourself, who wasn't able to do anything. Do you have at least a small amount of confidence that with your abilities you may be able to do what that other priest couldn't do?
I tend to be one who has access to more of the gifts of Lathander than most others around me. Yes, I do believe I would be able to at least have more success than
So you're like
whoever this other priest.
You're like a Sigma priest and he's like a Beta priest.
I am a high priest of Lathander. I do not know who exactly this other priest is.
Sigma. It's from another land. It's part of the Rizzler community.
Hate that community.
This is tricky because we can't bargain. It's either like we do it or we don't.
I mean, we've already kind of bargained a bit with the...
That's true. That's true. I mean, I'm okay with it. Because he's not a bad guy. So, whatever he's going to ask, it has to be condoned with the church. And we all know that churches never do anything wrong.
That's definitely a thing that some people think.
And all priests are perfect people of God.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if you think about it, we are working for Lunara to lend Lunara's aid to other churches who aren't powerful enough and need her assistance. So we're working in Lunara's name, which I feel like she might like.
Riley, you used your mode of knowledge,
Good
right?
stuff.
Last time?
Yeah.
Okay. I will tell you, just for free, just along with that. I think I mentioned that Lathander and the followers of that, Lunala and the followers of her, are not on good terms, right?
Yes, you did mention that. Yeah. So this owing them a favor is probably not the best thing either.
Well, not necessarily not the best thing, but it won't be... Whatever it is, it'll be strenuous or uncomfortable, or it's not going to be like an easy thing.
I don't think we will. I think we find another way to do this. Because we can, figure out... Or we give them the amulet. I don't think we do that owing a favor.
I mean, when we do things that we agree to together. So, if you don't want to do it...
Yeah, but if you do want to do it, then we should talk about that. Do you want to?
I just don't want the kids to die. But
I definitely don't want them to die either. I think there could be another way to save them.
If the necklace was worth 75 gold, I'd be like, fuck it. But if it's worth like 200 plus gold, I'm like, that's a lot of gold. We haven't earned that much gold.
Gives a praise.
That's not a bad idea. Father, we would like to consult Lunara before we make a final decision. Is that okay if we do that and then get back to you with what we decide to do?
Very well. Likely be that I couldn't do anything with these children until tomorrow morning, regardless.
Okay.
So, if you need to leave to consult your goddess, by all means do so.
Okay. Thank you for your time. What was your name again? Mr.
Did I give him a name?
Oh no.
I don't think I gave him a name.
Funny.
Father Ignatius?
Father Lawrence.
Lauren or Lawrence?
Lawrence.
Father
No,
Lawrence.
not Lawrence. That was a bad decision. We can go with that anyways. Father Lawrence.
Father Lorenzo?
Sure, Father Lorenzo.
Oh, thank you so much, Father Lorenzo. We will get back to you and let you know what we decide. And then as we're walking out, I'm gonna leave the store and be like, also, we could stop by the school and tell them that we need something to give to the priest for a higher ranking priest to come and heal them potentially. Because why should we have to cover the cost
honestly,
of
like,
this?
why should we?
Not our children.
And I can tell you that if the school could, they probably would have already.
Like, if they could afford it, you're saying? You're saying they can't afford it?
Yeah.
Okay, bitches. All right. Well, we head out. And I forgot the clues that we had. Shit.
Didn't you write it down?
Absolutely not.
Fuck. I don't know.
You've seen my sheet. All right, Riley. What do we have? It was by a poster for the sex cult. We have a shard of a mask. The knight is a little confusing because we don't have any actual thing to confirm that he has anything to do with anything.
That's fair, and we might just get sidetracked if we go that way.
If he's just being a weirdo, like a weird freak. But his mother said, what did she say? I can't remember. He's been acting weird?
His mother said that his contingent was deployed. They came back without him. Thought he was dead, and he came back a couple of days later. Since then,
and
he's
he had killed somebody.
Definitely.
Or in a duel.
Yes, he also killed someone in a duel. And
And
since
no
he came back, he's
speak of
been very
anything
different.
with masks.
Nope.
Yeah, which just doesn't seem like it matches enough of what's
No.
going. Yeah.
And then Basil also had the couple of flashes around that night.
Oh, yeah, the sludge and stuff. That's right. But that didn't happen to any of like the people that got the masks on, did it?
Nope.
So that just could also be something separate. What do you think? Should we go back to the infirmary?
I don't know what we're gonna find in the infirmary that will help us.
What?
Well,
What clerical powers does Solara even know she has access to any of that? And if so, or even if not, actually, what kind of clerical powers does Solara have?
What do you just like? What spells, or just like what do I have as a
Spells,
cleric?
abilities, anything?
I can tell you what spells I have. Here, do you want to just see my?
I just don't know offhand. No,
You have
not gonna work.
no.
I mean, I guess if you post a picture of it, sure, but
That's what I was gonna
you're
do.
gonna. Okay. Screen sharing wouldn't work. Setup app.
Gotcha. Let's take a screenshot real quick. The ones that say cleric fight are cleric ones.
Spare the Dying, Mending, Thaumaturgy, Firebolt.
Mask heal.
Mask Heal?
Yep.
Command and Bless.
It's a spell. It's a spell specifically made to heal anybody who had a mask wound.
Yeah, that's right there. Yeah, I ran out of room on the cantrip, so that's actually the one right after that. This mask heal, so it's
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're like totally full up on cantrips there.
yeah. I don't use a lot of them.
And what does Solara know about the is she how aware is Solara of her clerical abilities? I assume Basil is still not at all aware of any kind of paladin stuff.
I mean, I would assume at least a little, right? Like after everything that Stellara has seen and been through, and I feel like
that's totally up to you, especially because Stellara actively chose to go down this path. So if
I
she
feel
knows
like
everything, that's totally fine.
that would make sense. I can see with Basil, since he didn't really choose this way; it just kind of chose him, and he
Street
accepted
life
it and
chose
went
him.
along. Yeah.
Oh, did you? For your
I don't think I've
manifestation of
earned-
faith, did you choose the manifest miracles? I assume. Probably not the manifest might.
I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know where I would have written that in here, but I'm like
It's the one that
90.
let you choose an additional cantrip.
That's probably it
And
then, yeah.
in addition, you can add your proficiency bonus to the damage, so I assume that's Firebolt.
Oh yeah, that would be Firebolt then, yeah.
Okay.
Fire.
What about your rituals? At first level, you got one divine ritual. I think that rituals might be on the second spell slot page. If I remember right.
Where
if
is
you
that?
even wrote that down.
I figured
There's 2 pages for spells on the character sheet. This only goes from 1 to 5. Oh, right. Where's your 6 ring spots?
Oh, well, I only I didn't show you the part of the that's empty here. Here.
Oh.
Because I only showed you the part that mattered. Here's the full sheet.
Oh.
Make sure you show
Okay.
Astrid the spell, the mask heal. It's important.
You get a ritual at first level, which is separate from the rest of your spells.
Okay.
It looks like you didn't pick that. I just wanted to see if you had anything that could help, and I'm not seeing anything here.
What about me?
Again.
I mean, Basil doesn't know about any of that, so
That's true.
I also don't think first level paladin would really have anything either. I mean, I don't know. Basil doesn't know anything about it.
I have laying on of hands. And divine sense. Well, I would if I did.
Oh, you're right. I do get a ritual. I may have just not grabbed one. That's very possible.
Yeah, it's kind of what it looks like.
Which ritual would help in this scenario?
I'm not gonna sort through all the rituals to find one for you.
That's fair. I'll have to look through that later, probably.
Yeah.
Not keep us stalled out here for that.
The song that's playing reminds me of the Nationwide is on your side. Not this part.
Okay. We'll keep an ear open, I guess.
You should point it out. It's like when you hear it, just be like, that's it.
I have to get rid of this song. Anyways.
I like it though. I mean, I might not once I hear it.
I'm not totally sure Stellara has anything that could help. Or anything that would allow you to find additional information. So what do y'all want to do?
Save the kid.
Okay. How?
Intelligently.
Gonna be hard there. You guys got like 3 brain cells between the two of you.
I mean, it's true, but you don't have to point it out. And half of my brain cells are directed towards listening to the song.
Are you actually? That's fair. It's a good song.
Well, you guys have paused the thing, taken a moment to think over what exactly you want to do about this priest. Do you want to go back to the kids? Do you want to do something else?
Appraised. We were gonna get the amulet.
Yeah, can we get the amulet appraised?
Yeah, there's gotta be a place that appraise it, right?
Who do you want to go to get it appraised?
Someone who knows. Yeah, the one who'd give the best price.
Maybe like antiquities and magic.
So you're just looking to sell it to
We're trying to see how much it would go for on the market, and then determine if we want to give it to this priest or not.
Okay. Um. I want to have both of you roll an investigation check.
I typed it wrong, but I'm gonna send it this way anyway and not correct it.
Starting off strong.
I
That's
got a
a
10.
7.
Okay. You got a 10. Not, I mean,
On
smack
a
dab in the
3
middle of the
roll.
road.
On a 3 roll.
You find someone who gives you an offer for like 235 gold.
So it's worth way more than that.
200. Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be worth a lot if that's the low offer.
And that's
assuming
what we get with a 7 and a 10. Ooh. I think that we can maybe hold on to this for right now, because I think that it's pretty safe to say that it's worth more than 250 gold. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think 250 could be like a. At the very least, we could get 250 out of it. Probably more.
So I think that that means that unless we're desperate, we do not give that to the priest.
But then we have to give him a favor or just do it ourselves.
Well, let's go try out a few more things, especially since we have some time.
Fair.
It is starting to get a little later in the day. Early evening.
I'm afraid of that.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna be able to solve all this for tomorrow. But maybe. We're gonna give him an answer tomorrow.
We can look into things a little bit.
Fair. Where do you want to start?
Maybe we walk down the alley that those couple kids were in to see if we could find anything.
Okay.
Does that seem smart?
It seems like a thing we can do. I don't know if we're gonna run into anything. Do you have a? We may or may not run into anything is the issue because the person's already been gone. Do you have any spells that might help in any way?
I have Thunder Wave and Minor Illusion. And eventually I'll have Divine Sense and Lay on Hands.
My worry is we owe this guy a favor. He ends up not being able to do anything, and then we end up having to do something that could even in fact end up with like our god being mad at us if it's the wrong kind of thing they want us to do, because they don't really get along. It's like a worst case scenario.
I don't want to put you in a bad position. It would just be so nice if we could talk to these kids. You know?
Yeah. All right, let's do the favor and just hope nothing goes bad.
Well, I think we can spend a little bit of time seeing if we can find a solution.
Fair.
Seeing as how we just walked out of the church.
But we went and got it appraised too.
That's true.
That was part of why we walked out.
I forgot. Let's see. Trying to think of what we can do. I mean, we could go report to the woman who hired us and give her the information we have so far and see what she thinks.
We haven't really solved it, and she hired us to solve it, but...
Well, no, she's hired us to get more information, I believe. Is that accurate, Bastard?
More or less, but what information would you be bringing to her?
That multiple people were taken in like the same area, roughly the time.
Yes, isn't that kind of stuff that they probably would have already known? Like, because they already know multiple people were taken. They probably asked them when and where.
You mean given the masks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. You worded it that way, and I worded it that way too.
Be clear, there were no kidnappings, as far as you know.
No kidnappings here, as far as we know, yeah. But, yeah, multiple people were given masks. They already knew that, and they already probably knew when and where, so I don't know if we're bringing new information. We could try and then just convince them that that was very good information. They should pay us, and then we'll run around too and get another paycheck.
Well, I'm wondering if we can, like, if we tell them some stuff, and maybe something that they didn't think was important before, they go like, actually, now that you mention it, blah, 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 blah. And then we get, like, a big breakthrough, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we can go consult with her too. I'm sure, you know, she wants it solved just as much as we do. She might be willing to at least bounce ideas around with what we found out. Maybe.
I think that's
hopefully.
a good idea. It's better to check back in, check bases, see what's going on.
Fair. Will we look like we don't know what we're doing then? Nah, probably not, right?
No.
Yeah, you guys could never look like you don't know what you're doing.
As long as there's not a hole around them, good.
I mean, there is. And it didn't go so well last time.
So we're gonna go and do that.
Alright, you head back to the Crimson Crow. You find the same woman behind the counter.
Hello.
Oh, so you haven't even been gone a day.
Oh.
It means that we're good at what we do.
Actually, it's probably getting pretty dang late at this point.
So it's just been like a little under a day. I think we shouldn't have come
got
back so
into
early.
town around noon, maybe a little before, probably like 10. Looked around for a bit, went to the university, followed the trail, went to the church. Yeah, I'm gonna say the shop is probably closed for the day.
Oh, it's closed for the day? Damn, alright, we gotta figure this out on ourselves.
Break the window. Just kidding.
You could probably come back in the morning if you wanted to. Before going to the priest.
I guess let's stop by the infirmary, because why not?
What is... Yeah,
See if
sure.
anybody's woken up.
I doubt it, but we can check their conditions, make sure they're not getting worse.
True. Yeah, I mean,
If they're getting worse, that might put more of a pressure on us to go with the priest.
Yeah,
See how,
that's true.
yeah, let's go there, do a medicine check, and see how long we think they might be okay.
How long will it take?
So you make your way back to the infirmary?
Yeah.
This place doesn't really close, but there's but there are fewer people here, like working here. It's kind of like a skeleton crew, keeping the place operational, checking on the patients.
Skeletons! Oh! Just kidding.
Basil takes 4 points of DM damage.
Deserved. You die.
So I walk along the beds, and how do they all look?
More or less the same from when you were here a couple hours ago.
Is anybody looking worse off?
Make a medicine check.
Please give me a good goddamn roll. Jesus Christ. Did you program this to just spite me today?
Yes, definitely.
Damn.
That would be a 6.
6. Roll a d6 for me.
Can I also do a medicine check? Can I check on them and see how they're? Yeah, we'll both be looking at the kids, checking their injury or their like status. I guess you know what I mean.
They more or less look the same, as far as you could tell.
So it's not bad that we did this, because we learned something, and that's that they're not progressing rapidly at the moment.
18.
Or degressing.
Watch it be rapid.
Like, they are rapidly declining. They are dying as we speak.
And you're over here like, yeah, we got a lot of time.
Like, we're good. They're probably good for another week or two. Meanwhile, it's like,
one of the heartbeat monitors just.
What the fuck is that?
But no, they certainly don't look good. But they don't. Again, you were here a couple of hours ago. They haven't seemed to. You don't notice any obvious signs of progression, but you do know that people who have been here longer definitely look worse off than those who were brought in who haven't been here as long.
Okay. Do we know the time difference between them? Like days difference? Do they have like a little medical sheet next to them that says when they were checked in?
Been a couple of days at most between the earliest one and the most recent one.
Okay. We still don't know how long until it could become fatal, but what do you think the play is, Basil?
What do I think? What is?
What do you think the play is? What do we do?
Well, it's good to know that they're not dramatically, losing health.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, our options are starting to run a little thin.
We could.
Because here's what we know, or we have the information from second and third hand people. Most of the people that directly interacted with those who would give out the masks are here, but they're non-responsive.
Well, even the people who were directly given a mask that were responsive weren't like coherent enough and remembered that time.
Mm-hmm. It's like a blank spot. And neither of us have any sort of a spell to pull that out of them.
Actually,
we don't know for certain that the priest does either.
What's
on
that?
an 18, the one who's been here the longest, there's a vein in their neck that seems to be red. More so than, like, their skin is very pale, but there's this one vein that has, like, or at least this one streak along their neck that has like a reddish hue to it. It's subtle, but it's definitely there.
Is that something I know would be like this person is dying or no?
It could be any number of things. Could just be a rash, could be a bruise, could be something going terribly, terribly, terribly wrong. Could be something going slightly wrong, but you only notice it on this one person.
And you said they're the one that's been there the longest?
Yep.
By how much?
Couple of days.
Just a couple days? Okay.
2-3 days. Maybe 4.
So, this kid might not have that long. The other ones might have 2 or 3 days, maybe 4, but this kid, not so much.
They have been here, I think you would know, probably about 2 weeks.
Okay.
But all of them came in a region of 2 to 4 days.
Gotcha, which means we're not going to find the dude giving out masks again. I think, yeah, our best bet probably just go with the priest, because then we don't risk this person dying, and we can try to question them. There is some pretty bad worst case scenarios with it, and he might not even help. But we can.
Sorry, not 2 weeks, 1 week.
Gotcha.
Stelara,
all the more reason.
Do you think that these kids did crystal mask? Crystal mask?
Haslett takes 4 more points of GM damage.
I didn't think the masks were made of crystal. Did you? Yeah, we had a piece of the mask. It was definitely not made of crystal.
I bite it.
How hard do you bite it?
Do you eat it?
Not. I don't bite it very hard.
Do you bite it like you would bite a gold coin?
Not as hard.
Like just barely biting it.
Yeah, just like a little. I'm speaking from rodent experience. Sometimes they'll like kind of reach out their teeth and like sort of like feel it. Like if you were like feeling like a hot thing, they're just like, huh? So it was like that. Or I'm like,
Give me a.
Oh god.
Give me a dexterity check. It's gonna be pretty low DC. But I still want you to give me a dexterity check.
Of
Damn!
course.
Yeah. No problem whatsoever. It's porcelain. Clay.
Okay. What was I dextering away from?
Sorry, ceramic.
Hmm.
Not porcelain. Which, I mean, they're
The
both
fragile
clay.
kind of ceramic?
It's very fragile.
Like China? China?
I mean, it's mostly very fragile because it's very thin.
Hmm.
And you do know that the magic shop owner was having trouble with these, so they kept shattering because of how fragile they were.
Do you remember why the magic shop owners invested in this?
She was asked to look into it by the university.
Hmm.
How much is the university paying her to figure it out? Are we just getting
Literally
a
was
fraction of
just
that?
thinking that. They're like, here's 2,000 gold, and she's like, here's 500 gold.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Is there any head honchos in the infirmary?
Probably not at the moment. There's like one actual medical professional and then 2 or 3 students.
So I'm wondering
So I
if
guess
we can.
Go on.
I'm wondering
Alright.
if we can extract a favor from the school, since we have to give a favor to the priest.
And maybe. I don't know. They might not be okay with that, with it being a whole, like...
I'll be like, I mean, this is your best chance of healing these students of yours. And I mean, I guess I understand if you're not willing to give a favor. We just like bypass all of your campaign and just go to school here. It just turns into a slice of life.
I mean, if
We're like,
that's
we
what you
want
want
to
to,
enroll.
if that's what you want to turn it into, go for
We're
it.
just freshmen in school. No, that's not what I actually. But I think it's worth talking to somebody that's like a higher up, just to see what options we have, or like why they only got like a cheap priest. Like, what limitations are they working with?
Wait, maybe we should find out who the priest was and talk to them.
That's also true. So let's find somebody who's administration who would know what the priest was who came in and tried to help. Or like a dean. We go to the dean's office.
Would like to remind you, it's getting fairly late.
What time
Yeah,
is
but
it?
sometimes.
Probably like 10 p.m.
There's not like a Dumbledore guy that's like working by candlelight.
Give me a luck check. Flat
Yeah.
D20.
Jesus.
No, there's not.
Why did
That's
my
so
D20, my nat 20 come at...
Right? The worst time for it.
I mean, I had to use it up. I can't just like, no.
It's like the school's not worried that a bunch of kids are dying in their infirmary.
I'm sure they're worried. But
Yeah, but it's like a school full of professors of magic, and no one's staying up and researching
this
magic
isn't-
to figure it out.
This isn't a magic university. This is a,
Oh, what's this, like a
mundane
farmer's university? Oh, a liberal arts college?
I mean, you have people studying archaeology, not magical archaeology, just like normal archaeology.
Oh. I thought it was like how we talk about a thing and then we just put fantasy in front of it.
No,
Like
this is just
magical archaeology.
not everyone in this world is magical.
Really?
Yeah.
I think we all have a little magic inside of us.
I mean, everyone is capable of magic, but it generally takes a lot of money for people to learn magic.
But isn't the beauty of the world is that we're all a little magic? Well, you said there were some students there, at least?
Yep. There's students
Hey,
and there's like an actual doctor too.
A doctor. Could you tell us who the priest was that came in here to try and failed at healing these students?
Yes, that would be. You see them kind of rifle through some of the documents that they have.
You sure you're not saying that just because that's what you're doing now?
That is exactly what I'm doing now.
And also, what's your name? And
And
also,
what's
what's
that
the
guy's
wing
name?
of this? Also, what's this wing called?
My name is Dr. Castelia. This is the medical ward.
Makes sense.
She had stopped rifling through her things to answer you. Yes, this was, this was a priestess named, Gals, who was, they were a part of the Acherontia. They were under the goddess Acherontia. That's the goddess of death.
Hold on. Are you telling me that the school hired a priest of the goddess of death to try to stop their students from dying?
Yes.
Why?
Is that not normal practice? You want someone not to die, you ask the goddess of death to let them not die?
I mean, I guess, but there's a difference between not dying and getting better.
Yeah.
You could have granted your wish for them to not die, but kept them in that state there, and so they're just stuck there forever. Hadn't you guys thought of that?
My experience with gods is that they are not genies. That they don't take your wish and twist them. At least most of them do not.
Well, no, but you asked, don't let them die. And they haven't died, so... But they also haven't woken up, so I would have had a priest come in and be like, please help heal them and make them wake up and be themselves again, you know?
The priest who did come in was unsuccessful. Haven't noticed.
Yeah, no, I did. Why didn't we choose, like, what's the other priest, or what's the other god?
Lathan.
The sun god. Why didn't you pick something like Lathander and his priests?
Many of the higher priests in this area, at least, do not have. Well, many of the higher priests in general, we do not have means to have them help us.
Ooh.
Oh, they're just too greedy. Got it. I mean, the churches. Sorry, just.
we may have a way of getting a high priest of Lathander to come and help these children, but doing so will incur us a steep cost for ourselves. And not that we're unwilling to do so, but it would help us breathe a little easier if you guys might compensate us in some sort of way. Since obviously it's not very easy to get one of the high priests of Lathander to come out here.
I was under the impression that you were already being compensated.
Yeah, but not expenses. We need expenses compensated as well. Otherwise, we'll have to find some other way.
And
we want to do this the most expeditious way possible, and that's why we're considering going this route versus something that might take a little longer but leave the kids in harm longer. You understand?
If you're able to save these kids, I'm sure the school and them and their families would be that to you, of course.
Okay.
So,
there's something specific you are hoping I can help you with?
I think maybe just a little. We just took a moment to write a little contract. Nothing too specific. Just maybe that we're both owed a favor from school and the families for getting a high priest.
Alternatively, we could do the gold value of the amulet.
That's true.
Weren't you getting on the priest about this exact thing?
Not me.
Both of you? You're like, wow, this guy's such an asshole, and then you turn around and do the exact thing he was doing to you?
Yeah, but I'm not a priest.
Her.
I'm an adventurer. And I don't know what's going to be asked of me, and it might be a real pain in my fucking ass.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
We had to fight little chocolate bars once for a whole session. That came out of your brain. It was a good fight.
Hey, I thought that
was yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to get myself into.
Unfortunately, I would not be someone who could make a contract like that.
Alternatively, we have a relic that one route we could get for the priest is donating our very expensive relic to the church as a donation for them. And so if you guys just compensated us for the relic, I think that would be fair.
And I don't think I can. I am not someone who can promise you something like that.
Who should we talk to for that then?
Because time is kind of ticking.
Whoever...
If you didn't notice, one of the students, they aren't doing very well.
Yes, I'm well aware of the state of all the students. But whoever hired you, I would talk to them about that.
Well, I guess we wait till tomorrow morning then.
Yeah.
So, you been here long?
I have been working at the school as an instructor and as part of the medical ward for 5 years now.
Wow,
Before that, I
5
worked
years.
in a couple of different hospitals.
Do you like it here?
By the way, just to be clear, because you were confused about this before, these are just normal medical students and normal medical professionals, not magic ones.
None of them are at all magical?
I mean, some of them might be able to do minimal things, but they're not clerics, who are like the magical healers.
So there's normal nurses.
Yeah.
And by normal, I mean exceptional, because all nurses are awesome. Smash the nurse
You would know that
button,
better than
chat. I do know that better than most people. Nurses are fucking awesome. Unless they're not. But most of the time they are. I feel like we wasted time. We should have done more stuff while it was still light outside.
Yeah.
You guys did a lot of stuff.
We did do a lot of stuff, but it's only been a day too. Like we can have more than a day to look at into this too.
You know, if you think about it, Stellara, if all of the kids die, we can use the amulet to bring them back to life as skeletons. And it's like, well,
Yeah,
they're not
maybe
dying.
that amulet shouldn't be in your hands.
Listen, I've never used it.
Yeah,
I think that we could try to get, well, or we could just ask the woman who hired us for a relic of one of her relics to donate to the church.
They seem to be very particular with the relics they'll accept.
That's true.
So I feel like we could maybe get her to compensate us for this relic.
And then we don't actually even sell the relic. We just
Do the favor.
do the favor, and then we get more money.
That could backfire.
No, if we don't say we're definitely gonna sell or give them this relic, we just say one option is giving them the relic, but in order to do that, I would need to have the money. And they're like, actually, we decided to just give a favor. And my favors happen to cost this much money.
I could see that going bad. But at that point we might as well just give the relic, right? Or you wanted to do the favor though? Okay.
Well, I don't actually care. As long as I get compensated for the relic, it's because it's like 3/4 of the amount of money we're getting for like a reward is just like what the relic is worth. So if we get compensated, then we're Gucci. Then we're fine. Did it have a sign outside of her door of what hour she opened the store?
Yeah.
Or does it say on Yelp? I'm sorry, Fantasy Yelp?
Fancy Yelp. Yeah, you would know what hours her store is open. Early to late. But not like super early, not like super late.
Is that
That's
what the sign
it
says?
Yep.
Exactly.
That's amazing. That's
With a little
amazing.
time in the middle of the day so I could eat my lunch.
Yep.
Fair. It's just a picture of the sun coming up and the sun going down. Like, oh, okay. Well, Stellara, I feel like maybe we should go to bed.
We could also look into that cleric. Talk to the cleric who did try stuff. We
already
have a
forgot his
name
name.
now.
What was the name?
I'm not gonna lie, I also forgot the name.
Dolls.
What?
Doll?
Dolls.
What?
Talz.
Gald?
Wait. VALZ? Or Zalz?
Gald?
GALZ. Okay. Zalz. That's an interesting name.
Galls. Like Alex Walls.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Or the
nothing.
I forget his name. I mean, I remember his last name, just not his first name.
Galls?
No, the other Walls.
Tim.
Tim Walls.
My uncle.
Yes, definitely your uncle.
We're gonna annex your property into Minnesota. Don't think about it too hard.
Okay. I already gave up.
Yeah, I think we should go talk. I bet the priests of the Temple of Death are still awake. They probably sleep during the day.
At this hour, we can go there.
Yeah, we go to that temple. I will require a good description of its interior.
Oh, of course. You go to the Temple of Acherontia. It's a small temple.
I'm
It's
still
just, yeah, you messed up my thing.
sorry.
Can't believe you.
Yeah.
There's probably a better way to do this. I just don't know how. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you make it to the Temple of Acherontia. This much smaller temple. It's got kind of what you think of when you think of like, kind of like a house on the prairie sort of temple. It's got like the one tower in the front, like the peaked roof, and then goes back a little bit, and that's kind of the entire thing. Got in above the door, or I guess the whole thing is painted black. Above the door is a stained glass window of various different colors that looks to be in the shape of a moth. And as you knock on the door, someone does peek their head out in a in a light gray cloak. A bird folk with red feathers, kind of between your two heights. Hi, yes, can I help you?
Hey, yeah, we're hoping to speak with Galls. Are they here right now? And are they awake?
Yes, that would be me.
Oh, hi.
Yes,
Nice to meet you.
come in if you would like.
Yeah, sure. We step in.
You walk in.
She opens the door a little wider. And she does have across her eyes almost like a mesh mask as well.
Like those masks that anti-maskers wore, trying to act like they were wearing masks.
Oh,
But for
Kind
her
of.
eyes.
Kind of like cheesecloth.
So like a coffee filter.
Got a coffee filter on her face.
She leads you into the temple, and you see there are a number of pews kind of lined up, all in like a dark mahogany, with a stage at the back. There are various. It's a little damp in the temple, and there's various kind of greenery around the temple, as well as many different moths flying around all over the place. And there's not much light in the temple either. But she leads you in. Yes, so how may I assist you?
So we're looking into the situation at the school with the kids in the mask, and we heard that you attempted to heal the kids in the infirmary. And we just wanted to find out more about that because we're trying to do the same and try to take care of them and make sure that we can come figure out what happened there.
Yes. Fortunately, when I attempted to reach out to them to heal them as best I could, but I was not able to. I did not have much success there, as I'm sure you're aware.
So what happened with that?
Well, I examined them as best I could. I attempted uh, I attempted to use the power that my goddess gave me to wake them up, heal their bodies, to heal whatever ailments had affected them. But nothing I had tried worked. There were seemed to be more than just your typical illness. There were flashes of a strange land, of some sort of something that seemed to be stuck inside them, as if the masks were still bound to them in some way or another. I attempted to ask my goddess for guidance, but on this matter, not something that she had able to provide any for me.
If you had to maybe suggest a different priest or goddess or god to help these poor kids, would you have a recommendation of who else to try?
Uh, Probably a high priest of Lathander. My suggestion
That's interesting you say that.
Yeah, very interesting.
is
And very specifically a high priest?
yes, or the highest priest
Just
that you have
asking.
access to.
I've heard of the priest Snoop Dogg is the highest priest of the world.
I can't say I'm familiar with that. Or familiar with them. Lathander, one of his tenets is vitality. As far as healing, that would probably be my go-to. As far as those in this, there are others that don't have as large of a presence here as Lathander does. That if you traveled to a different land, may be able to help more so, but
And you trust the priests of Lathander?
she's definitely wavering a bit here. Lathander also preaches what they like to call self-perfection. They tend to be more self-absorbed than many other sects. So as far as trust them, maybe. But as far as they would be your best bet, I would think so.
Okay. Is there anything else you think we should know?
As far as what I think may be going on with these children, or these people, these are not children, by the way. These are like, they're college students. They're young adults.
Same thing. They're still children. If they're under 21, they're children.
Some of them might be 21.
21?
Alright, shit, then maybe. Maybe we can call them.
I mean, you're what? You're 23? So you're a child?
25.
25?
I mean,
damn.
Yeah,
I'm 23, so what?
Sorry, I think you have your age reversed.
No, I just forgot a 10 on there.
Oh.
On the 4th, I turned 33.
Yeah, so you're only 32 right now, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
You're a child.
A child.
Sorry, what was your question?
I think you just asked if there's anything else we should know, and you were answering that.
Was there
Is
anything
there anything
else?
else important?
Is there anything else in particular you were hoping to learn?
I think we're good. I don't know if Basil was looking for something else.
The complete and total answer of what's going on.
Yeah, can she actually be
quite.
the one giving out the masks, and she offers us a mask, and we're like, oh, we found you.
And then we handcuff her and go, no.
If she wants to admit that to us, that'd be great.
And we could do a citizen's arrest.
Unfortunately, I mean, she is wearing a mask. So, like,
Yeah, but it's not that
maybe.
kind of mask, right?
No, it's an incredibly different mask.
We just come in and we're like, you're wearing a mask. Yeah, I think that it seems like we got everything we were going to get.
Yeah. So do you think we go back? Or, okay, we should probably go to sleep and then talk to the person who gave us the mission in the morning. Because it's late and they're not open, so we can
there's like nothing else to do.
Yeah, so... And then we won't get exhaustion again.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want exhaustion? It was so much fun last time.
It was actually kind of enjoyable. It was my first time getting any levels of exhaustion, and we went right to 2.
You could go out drinking. You know, Stellara would probably love that.
Hey, Basil, you want to go drink? Not much we can
I-
do till tomorrow.
I think that's an awful idea.
I mean, you never know. There might be some holes in your path. Stellara can fall down again.
You really know how to sell that.
I mean, not that I think her being drunk or anything would have any effect on the final outcome.
No, I think it would actually be better, if anything.
Quite possibly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure that makes a lot of sense.
We all know things get easier as you get more drunk.
Especially Stellara.
Yeah.
Stellara's never complicated anything by getting overly intoxicated.
It happened like twice. Come on.
I think it's happened 3 times now.
I mean, to be fair, the first time she made a friend,
That's
who
true,
ended
and
up
that
giving you
helped
some
us.
information.
Yeah, so.
I'm just looking out for the pacing of the episode, really.
I mean, I don't care about the pacing. You guys can
Yeah,
do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You want to get drunk and fall down a bunch of holes? I'm not going to stop you. I might kill you, but I'm not going to stop you.
And I mean, like, we have all this time to burn. Like, we could get a long rest in, and, like, what would that do? Like, prevent us from having exhaustion, refresh our, like, spell slots and stuff. Like, we don't need that. We could just go get drunk.
Oh my god. Oh. I mean, we could do whatever you'd like to do. I will point out the time of night.
Do you mean, wait, in game or in real life?
In real life. In real
Okay.
life.
Yeah, it's getting a little late.
That's fair.
Is this you telling us that you want to call it?
I'm not necessarily saying call it, but I don't think we have time to do like a whole monologue about going on a bender.
Oh, we'll just pick up there tomorrow, wherever we leave off. Or not tomorrow, next week.
I mean, I don't know if Basil will drink, but he'll certainly go with you to make sure that you're safe. Because he's like Mr. Detective mode right now.
That's fair.
Eating that shit up. And he's taking himself very seriously.
Still got your, deer hunter's cap on and
Oh, yeah. Deer stalker.
deer stalker. Yes, deer stalker hat. Stellara's cloak, still a bunch of question marks.
It is, but if we do go out drinking, she will change it. Because it will no longer be detective mode. It's burn time until we can do the next thing mode.
I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, if you guys want to just go to sleep, you're more than welcome to. I'm just messing with you. But you're also welcome to go out and get drunk.
I think it's probably best if we go to sleep.
Best for if we want to successfully do our quest. Most fun, though. Best for fun. Who's to say, really, you know?
True. Who
You swap
knows?
this again. There you go.
Alright, I just want to point this out. You have someone in chat.
Yeah,
They
we
just
do.
said Basil sounds like a seasoned fighter.
Somebody's in chat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been talking.
Oh my lord.
do you not get it? Like seasoning?
That's very good.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get it at first, I'm gonna be honest.
What's their username?
Wishlock.
Wishlock 19.
Thanks for all the jokes.
Yeah, thank you.
So, what did you guys settle on doing? Just going to sleep?
Riley,
How
what's your
tired is?
intention?
Can I do a tiredness roll? See how
Sure.
tired Solara is?
Sure. Give me a Constitution check.
Okay. Give me a tired roll. I love that. What's my constitution?
-5.
-5? I have
think
plus
Esther
1 in
would be-
constitution.
Yeah.
30-20?
30-20. Now you asked for a tiredness roll, not an awake.
Correct.
Oh,
So does that
so
mean
you're
you're very
really-
tired?
Oh.
Or does that mean you're not tired?
I would. That's a fair point. We should have determined that before we rolled.
Mhm.
My initial interpretation is that she is really, really awake.
Okay. And that's totally fair. I feel like she's wired from all the detective work you've been doing.
Yeah, she's wired. She's ready to go. This could go really bad for us, though, if we do get drunk. Because we're gonna have to go talk to the shopkeep tomorrow about all this information. Maybe it's good that you're not getting drunk.
I don't
And
think
you wanted to
Basil's
talk to
ever
the
gotten
priest
drunk.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we were
And
gonna
you
talk to the
wanted
priest
to-
too. Yeah.
You also wanted to talk to the dean, right? All of these very
Yeah.
important people. You're gonna go get drunk?
You put the idea in my head and but maybe we shouldn't. Basil, what do you say?
I'm
Are
not
you tired, Basil?
I'm a little tired. We have been sleuthing all day. But I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum, so if you wanted to go drinking, I will have your back.
Repeat that?
I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum.
Okay.
Have you not heard that before?
Nope.
It's a phrase I like saying.
I've definitely heard it from other people as well.
Okay, I'm the crazy one then. Continue. I'm sorry for interrupting.
I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum, and I have your back. So if you wanted to get 50, I will be your designated friend.
Sure, let's go out and party. Let's talk to some people while we're out too. See if we can figure out anything about. We can make it both. We can work while we party.
There you go.
Ask around. Have some beers or some drinks or whatever the fuck we want to drink. I don't know what there is. Whatever the bar has.
We could go to the bar that was by that one area that the knight walked out of.
Yeah, let's go to that because that's in the right area. And then we can just ask around. We can also bar hop around if there's any nearby.
I mean, yeah, the place that the knight walked out of was a sandwich shop,
I thought
not a bar.
I thought there was a bar nearby.
There were definitely
from what you
bars
said.
nearby. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that you didn't want to go to the exact place that the knight walked out.
No, just somewhere in the general location. Because someone might know something, and people are very talkative when they're drunk. But you'll be
That
like
was
the
the plan
detective
the whole
one,
time.
and I'll be. Yeah, this was from the start. We knew we were gonna do this the whole time when we decided to drink. So I'll
Really,
get
it's a
drunk,
selfless
so
act.
they'll open up with me, and we can talk about it, and then you listen in, and you stay sober, and and then you ask those questions that really dig into it, that they might be exposed to answering.
True.
Then we'll figure out everything. We got this.
Perfect.
This is gonna be another thieves' den, isn't it?
Probably. And I think that's a good place to like fade to black.
Oh, you don't actually want to go through that?
I'm getting kind of tired tonight.
Okay,
But
that's
I think that's a
perfectly
good
fine.
place to pick it up. Is just immediately Star getting instantly drunk and us talking with strangers.
Yeah, I guess
That
for next week, you want to pick up at the bar, not tomorrow morning.
yeah, we're gonna
Yes.
live with our horrible choices
Okay.
we made now. Yeah.
Fantastic. Good to know.
We're gonna talk to at least 4 or 5 different people. So
All right, perfect.
We're gonna solve it while drunk, and make a point that we can do this.
we get to solve it when Astrid thinks it's time for us to solve it.
That's fair.
Uh,
All
good
right,
session. Good session.
Yeah, that was fun.
Would you like me to do an outro?
If you would like to do an outro, we're welcome to.
Thank you for stopping by to Oatmeal and Chaos. Next week, join us when we learn how to juggle oranges and we'd adopt a small donkey. Until then, weary travelers, see you later.
Good night.
Good night.